Hello, traders. FS Collector here. Today is Friday, so TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, and it is February 28th, which is the last day of the month. Only 28 days this month. So yeah, how's everybody doing today? Have a pretty good week. Been kind of started off as kind of a slow week, but it's actually become a pretty wild week, especially with what's going on today. Literally, right as I was starting this live stream, I've been watching the Trump. Um, what is it? The Trump Zelensky interview that's going on literally right now. And yeah, that's pretty crazy. Things got pretty heated in that interview. So yeah, man, things are wild right now, big time. So, um, anyways, as far as the charts are concerned, which I guess is really the only thing that we really should be concerned about, as far as the charts are concerned, I do definitely think that the dollar has made a significant turn back up to the upside. Now, I've been saying for quite a while that if this goes up and breaks structure, it is not a 1, 2, 3, but it really is an ABC. We got that break of structure, and it's definitely an impulsive move. So. I definitely am very bullish now. I think that it's going to go probably back up to these highs, maybe make a double top, maybe break the highs by a little bit. There is a possibility that it makes a lower high, does another three-way pattern up and makes a little bit of a lower high. But either scenario, I'm definitely very bullish right now for sure. Like I've been saying all week, if we get that break of structure, it should confirm a big turn back to the upside. Well, not like a huge turn, but at least another attempt on the uptrend. So looking at the euro dollar is a little bit of an odd shape, and the reason why is because I could almost picture this being like an expanding ABC crescent right here and possibly going back up. But because of the dollar index, I definitely do not believe that that is the case. I do believe that there is a very good chance that the dollar index is actually turning up, which means that the euro dollar should continue to push down. Now, I have my Fibonacci retracement on the last push up right here because these Fibonacci levels are definitely going to be areas of support, areas where you possibly could get a pretty decent bounce in the market. So definitely be careful of that. Fibonacci for me, I don't really use, support resistance and stuff like that, but I definitely do use Fibonacci levels as support on the way down, and I definitely use Fibonacci levels as support as the way up. So I personally am definitely looking for shorts right now. Today's been a little bit of a wild day. I knew that that Ukraine conversation was going on today, so I actually went flat a couple hours ago, and I haven't actually entered a trade in the last few hours because things are getting pretty heated in that interview. I don't know if anybody actually watched it, but man, things are crazy right now. Quite the crazy time to be alive right now. But anyways. Yeah, I mean, overall, this move up on the euro dollar kind of looks more like a trend. So I would almost expect this move down to be a correction, and I would expect it to go back up. But to be honest with you, the fact that the dollar has turned up and the fact that we got so many things going on right now, I honestly would not be surprised if it does go down and make new lows and actually just continue down. It actually looks like a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you look at it in this perspective. So maybe we're making another attempt on the downtrend for wave five. I definitely suggest being very cautious today with the dollar, really all the pairs, because the dollar kind of affects all the forex pairs in a way. Because that Trump thing is going on right now. He's speaking to Zelensky, and it's definitely not going very good. That's for sure. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Pretty crazy stuff, in my opinion. So, anyways, moving on to the pound dollar. I mean, I could almost picture the pound dollar being like an expanding ABC also and possibly going back up. But because of that dollar index, I really do not believe that that's the case. I do think that we're in a pretty decent turn. Now, if the dollar goes up and makes a new high, then this is also going to probably go down for at least another week or two. But the pound is very strong right now, so I'm not really convinced that it's going to make a new low. But it might actually just end up being a correction to the last impulsive move up. Maybe end up doing something like this and continue the uptrend from there. So, but anyways, this is the daily time frame for now. We definitely should be looking for shorts in a downtrend, in my opinion. Definitely. If you haven't done so already, definitely make sure you do join my Discord channel. It is 100% free to join. I am trying to build a community of like-minded traders, so definitely check it out. It's 100% free to join. Never have to pay a dime if you do not want to. So check that out for sure. Link for that is in the chats of the video and in the description. Today I am going to be taking requests like normal, so if you have something you want for me to look at, definitely put it in the chats on YouTube, and I'd be more happy to look at basically anything. Today is Friday, so we probably won't stay on for the full hour, but if I keep getting requests, I'll keep looking at things. So definitely put them in the chats. And gold. Now, gold is really, really, really highly affected by um, talks of war or wars or anything to do with war. Gold is very, very affected by. If there is like fear of like some sort of a big war, like I hate to even say it, but like WW3, then go. I don't really want to say the real word just in case YouTube decides to demonetize me over it, but if something like that really did happen, then potentially gold would be very, very bullish and continue to be very, very bullish. But if the Ukraine war does actually stop, there is definitely a chance that this is going to go down pretty significantly, making like a wave four and a wave five, because we definitely have what looks like a complete five-wave trend right here. So it looks like we might have the end of a wave three. But and then you go down to the daily time frame. This is the monthly. If you go down to the daily, on the daily time frame, it kind of looks like this could be like impulsive up wave one. This is like ABC of two. This is all five waves of three. And this is actually like an ABC of four. And then potentially back up for wave five. So I think because of the fact that it looks like we're missing a wave four, I think I would assume that this move down we're seeing is going to be a crutch into this wave three, which is why we got our Fibonacci retracement on there. I would also assume that it's going to probably last around the same time as this wave two, which I think that wave two lasted about 40 days. So I would kind of expect this wave four to probably last around the same time, maybe a little shorter, a little longer, but definitely pretty close. And I think there's a good chance they'll probably end up doing something like this, maybe down to the 50%, because there's a little rally-based rally. Plus, tops become bottoms quite often. So this top right here could become a bottom pretty easily for this wave four. So it seems like a pretty likely area. Let's do a little experiment real quick, because sometimes if you throw the base channel on the wave one, it'll give you support for the wave four. So let's throw that on there real quick and see if that does anything. Yeah, kinda. It's not always the top of the base channel, but if you throw the base channel on the wave one, two, a lot of times you can get support for the wave four, which the 50% is right here. So, and that definitely kind of lines up with this 50% of the channel. So maybe we're going to go down, back up, and then down 50% channel, 50% Fibonacci retracement, and then continue up from there. So anyways, oh, the link is expired. What is that? That's not good. Let me check on that. I'm gonna have to fix that. Oh, invalid link. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to fix that. Sorry about that. Yeah, must be, let's see. No wonder people haven't joined today. That link expired. Let's see. Free trading Discord. Da, da, da. Let's see. I'm gonna have to create a new link or something. I'm gonna probably have to invite people. There we go. Da, 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 da. So I believe this link will work at least for now. I'll put no limit on it so that way it doesn't expire. Why does it say hidden? Yeah, man, that's not well. I'm gonna have to get a new link. Sorry about that. Well, thank you for telling me. That definitely explains why nobody has really joined today, huh? Only a couple people, really. I think that I probably lost my server subscription thing. Server boost. Yeah, it still says it's good. Custom invite link. Yeah, I'll have to do that after the live stream. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry about that. I was trying to get a link at least for now, for everybody. But it looks like it won't let me do it while I'm streaming. All right. So, anyways, yeah, I think there's a good chance we're probably at a wave four right now. So, go down to the 1 hour time frame. It definitely looks like a one, two, three on the 1 hour time frame. Big time. Look at that. Wave one, take wave two, and then probably we would definitely still in a wave three. I mean, we haven't broken any structure or made any higher lows. So this is still a wave three. And it might actually continue down a little bit more, like wave three, probably wave four eventually, probably the same around the same size as the wave uh two, and then a wave five. And this is probably only the wave A of that correction that I just showed you guys on the daily time frame. So that ABC of four that I said will probably last about 40 days or so, this is only a wave A of that pattern. So we are still in the first impulsive move down. Yeah, that link. Hmm. Yeah, that's probably what happened. It just didn't have it correct. Seems like it's still working. Maybe I just didn't put it in there correct. There we go. It's working. Yeah, I just didn't copy and paste it correctly. It's working. The Discord link is now working again. Thank you, Mr. Gray, for the help. He got me the correct link. I think I just copy and pasted it incorrectly. So there we go. We're working now. All right. So yeah, check that out. The link is in the description and in the chats, anyways. So, anyways, yeah, I'll definitely take requests, whatever you guys want me to look at. It is Friday, so we'll look at pretty much whatever. Your analysis is good. Thank you, Curtis. I appreciate that. It looks like you did get to join on Discord, so thank you for that. Would you take a question on sorting pullbacks and target levels? Yeah, I could take questions. I mean, as long as it's nothing too deep, I can definitely take questions. Questions. If anybody is interested, I mean, my website comes with a trading course, and you're gonna learn a lot by taking that trading course. And the trading course is free. Most people that do what I do charge hundreds of thousands of dollars for a trading course that's probably not even as good as this. And then I also do Zoom meetings every day where I teach people how to get in at the end of pullbacks and things like that. So definitely check that out. So, anyways, yeah, let's take a look at the Yo Yen and see what's up with that. VIP Discord's a scam. Oh, thanks. What? How's that? How's the VIP Discord a scam? Jeez. God. I definitely do not consider myself a scam whatsoever because most people that do what I do charge hundreds and thousands of dollars per month. I charge $30 a month, and for me, it's more about the community. It's not really so much about following along with my trades. Anybody that does join my membership and think that they're gonna make all kinds of money just by following along with my trades is probably in for a rude awakening because that's definitely not gonna happen. Now, I do share every single trade I take with my members at the time of entry, but I am not a short time frame trader too, so that's something a lot of people need to keep in mind. These are all the trades that I took this week. The US dollar CAD kind of beat me up a little bit this week, but for the most part, it wasn't that bad of a week. Made 1.24% in one day, and stuff like that. So definitely not too bad. I do. I am totally so all my trades. I sell daily reports, weekly reports, and monthly reports. So I definitely am very transparent about my trades. But the point of the membership is more about the community. It's not about following along with all my trades. Anybody that thinks they're just going to follow along with my trades is definitely never, ever gonna make any real money in the markets, that's for sure. But anyways, yeah, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Now, I've been saying for quite a while about the yen pairs. I personally still think there's a good chance that this is an ABC. I still think there's a good chance this is an A, three waves down for a B. I still think there's a very good chance this is trending up for a big old wave C. I think there's a good chance this is a one, two, three, four, five of wave C. So I'm definitely still very bullish on the yen basket, which makes me very bearish on the yen pairs. So I'm definitely still looking for shorts on the yen pairs, but I do have an alternative count. And the alternative count is that this is three waves down for the A, this is three waves up for the B, and this is also possibly going to make five waves down for a wave C. Yeah, definitely. I could definitely look at platinum for you, no problem. So there is a possibility that this does turn down. Now, what's going to tell me if that's going to turn down? That's the question. What's going to tell me if that's going to turn down is a break of structure, which we still have not. Even though it made a big old impulsive move down today, it still has not broken structure. So the trend is definitely still up, which means that I am definitely still looking for shorts on the yen pairs. It's getting a little to the point where it's getting a little bit more on the dangerous side to sort it because I do think that we are due for a pullback. We have what I think is a perfect five-way pattern down on most of these yen pairs. On the 4 hour time frame, that looks like a perfect five waves. And if you actually zoom in a little bit, I know I got a line on there that's a little bit distracting, but it looks like a wave one, a wave two, and then it looks like a one, two, three, four, five of three. So you got five waves of three, and then you got a wave four, and then you got a wave five. So I do think that we are due for a pullback. So sorting the yen right now, yeah, I do agree that sorting the yen right now might be a little bit on the crazy side. I personally think it'll be much better to kind of wait for a bigger proper pullback, maybe something like this. But the only problem is if we're really in a big downtrend, then this might just make a lower high, and just keep on going down. So that's definitely the problem when it comes to that. Now, if this is like a one, two, three up, and then it goes up to a Fibonacci retracement level, makes a nice impulsive turn, I definitely am going to be taking that as another sort. But looking for sorts over the last few weeks and really few months has been really good. I sorted the pound Swiss today, rode that ride down, came back up. I got out at pretty much break even, and now it's pushing down again. But I would definitely still be looking for sorts. I've been trading the Canadian pairs this week, and the Canadians kind of all over the place because of everything that's going on with the tariffs right now. So that's been a little bit rough, the Canadian pairs, because twice it looked like it was potentially going down. We had an impulsive down breaker structure right there, and we had an impulsive down breaker structure right there. So to be completely honest, like I said, I'm very transparent about my trades. I tried to sort the dollar CAD twice this week, and obviously it kept going up. And now in hindsight, obviously it broke its structure to the upside and it is going up. But yeah, definitely still in a downtrend overall in the higher time frames. I still think there's a good chance this could end up going to like the 78% or something like that and potentially going down from there. So overall, I have a hard time believing this is just going to go up and make a new high on the weekly, daily time frame. I definitely do have a hard time of that for sure. So anyways, let's see here. Yeah, let's take a look at platinum. Let's switch over to the commodities. If anybody does have any requests, definitely put them in the chats. This is kind of what the live streams are for. So if you have any requests, definitely put them in there. I'll be basically more than happy to look at anything. Normally we stay on for about an hour, but it is Friday, and if you guys still have requests, I'll still be looking. But otherwise, we'll see what happens. Oh, the Dow Jones was next. I'm sorry, Lyman. I might have missed you, Dow Jones. Yeah, let's look at the Dow Jones first because he was next. The U.S., which is the U.S. 30. I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't have a whole lot of analysis on the Dow Jones, but I do think that it is clearly a wave three. But I think my weekly time frame, I think, is very clearly a wave one, and I think this is a running flat wave two, and then I think this is a wave three. And I still don't see a break of structure to the downside, but we do have a little bit of a lower high, so maybe the wave three is over. Some of the other indices, like the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, do look like they could be ending the wave three, which means that we'd probably very likely be in like an overlapping sideways pattern for pretty much as long as it took for this one to play out for like a wave four and then back up for a wave five. But overall, because the daily time frame is broken structure and we're definitely making lower lows, lower highs, I would definitely suggest looking for sorts. I have my Fibonacci retracement on this last impulsive move up right here, as you can see. Get our Fibonacci retracement on this last impulsive up right here because um, there's a possibility that it just makes a correction to the last impulsive move up and it, bounces from a fib level and goes up. But I don't know. I mean, it looks like possibly this is like a wave A and this is like a wave B, and then we're going down for wave C, and then later on back up for the continuation of the uptrend. I still think that's the more likely scenario, but we're gonna have to see for sure. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'll look at the DAX for you, Carl. No problem. So I mean, I've been recommending shorts on this for a while now, and I mean, geez, there's a beautiful short there, and a beautiful short there, and there's another beautiful short today. Man, it looked like some of these were breaking up today, but yeah, it was just another pullback, wasn't it? It was just another correction within the uptrend. That's why it's so important to follow a higher time frame trend because boy, it looked like they were breaking up on the 1 hour time frame today, and they just kept on going down and down and down. Let's take a look at palladium or platinum. Platinum. Let's take a look at platinum, which is XPT, right? Platinum. Yep. Wow, platinum's going down pretty hard too. Oh man, wow. Yeah. Jeez. It's going down pretty hard, big time. Hmm. Wonder what that is. Looks like three waves up right there. I mean, I know I'm on the monthly time frame, but if I can figure out the monthly, weekly, then I pretty much know what the solar time frames are doing too. I would cut, yeah, I mean, that's five waves, but that's the up and then five waves there. So that's an ABC. That's an ABC. But probably in like WXY, huh? WX and now down for wave Y. One, two, three waves of Y, which means it's probably going to go down and take out those lows, which is actually not what I thought. Last time somebody asked me about it. Last time somebody asked me about it, I thought it was already going up. But yeah, I don't actually trade this or anything, but it looks like a big ABC correction. It looks like we got to break a structure, and now we're just in a pullback, and eventually it is going to end up in a big old giant rally. But yeah, I think that WXY makes sense, which means we're probably, let's see if we can break it down on the daily real quick. One, two, three, four, five, and then a break. That's like a five-wave move there, so that's definitely a 5-3-5. That's definitely five waves, and then three down, five waves up. So that's definitely, yeah, and then definitely five there. One, two, three up. I bet we're gonna move to the downside, like another five wave down, maybe like a one, two, three, four, five. Take out these lows before we end up possibly in another big move to the upside. Hmm. So I mean, yeah, that's definitely not what I thought last time somebody talked to me. Last time somebody asked me about it. But the only time I actually look at this is when somebody asks me about it. But definitely looking for shorts. But boy, I wouldn't want to go short now. I'd only want to go short on pullbacks. I think it's a WXY in the much higher time frames. So anyways, let's go look at the DAX. I just recently tried to, I've been recently trying to keep up with these indices. Probably not so much the French 40 and the JP and the Aussie, but definitely the FTSE, the DAX, the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P. I've been trying to keep up with. There's some really good volatile moves on these sometimes. You get a lot of pretty decent moves on these quite often. If you zoom way out on the daily or you go to like the weekly, I definitely think this is a 1-2, and I definitely think we're in a wave three. I don't even think the wave three is over. I think we need to make a wave four because it looks like a 1-2-3 of three. It looks like we potentially could make a wave four and then go up for a five, and then this is still just a wave three on the weekly, daily time frame. So that's definitely what I'm thinking there. So if that's the case, then we're probably in a wave four right now, which actually technically the wave four would be a question to the whole wave one, which is way down here. The whole wave three, that is. So I personally think that the DAX is probably going down, probably at least to the 23%, maybe even the 38%. But just because it's been down, I would definitely be looking for sorts for sure. Oh yeah, look at that. I would definitely be looking for sorts. Look at this. This is definitely a downtrend. That is definitely three waves up. I bet that's an A and this is a B. I bet this is a one. I bet it's going to go up again though because I think that's an ABC of two. It's probably going to have to make three waves, which would be a cuts into this, and then it's probably going to have to go down and make a three, four, five, probably down at least to this 23% Fibonacci retracement from the daily time frame. So yeah, that's going to be a pretty decent move down, I bet. I think there's a good chance it might go up a little bit though before it goes down because it kind of needs to make three waves up, kind of like what happened here. Three waves up when that was a crutch into this move. Now we need to have a crutch into this move. So probably like one, two, three waves up and then down for a wave three. Definitely seems pretty likely. Yeah. Hey, Lucas, you can take a look at the yo. Wow, the yo definitely broke down pretty nice for sure. I was with what was going on with Trump and everything. I didn't really want to risk getting in any dollar pairs, even though the pound dollar was actually a very clear end of a cutting today. I wasn't really too confident about. And honestly, that was more of a five-way pattern up, but I mean, it definitely looks to me like a wave five. It definitely looks like a one, two, three, four, five. No problem, Charles. No problem at all. Thanks for coming. Hopefully, everybody had a fairly good week. Definitely. So we definitely got a pretty decent five-way pattern down. I think there's a good chance this five waves is just a wave one. I do think at some point it probably is going to pull back for like a wave two and then down for wave three, but it potentially doesn't have to do it now. Just because you see five waves doesn't mean it's over. I mean, it could continue to make lower lows, lower highs. That's one misconception a lot of people have is they'll see five waves and they'll think that a trend is over. But like right here, look at that, one, two, three, four, five waves. Then it pulled back and then went up again. So just because you see five waves, definitely doesn't mean that the market is turning anytime soon. Trying to keep an eye out for gold because boy, there's a lot going on with that Trump Zelensky thing today. Pretty crazy meeting. That was very, very insane. So, anyways, yeah, definitely. Let's see, what does anybody else have going on? The Aussie dollar, yeah. Wow, that Aussie dollar is just falling off a roof. Look at that thing. I mean, in hindsight, if you look at the very high time frames, I think it does kind of make sense that it's going down because we never did hit the 78%, and more times than not, you like overshoot it and then turn. So, I mean, in hindsight, I think on the higher time phase, it does make sense for it to go down, hit that 78%, and then start its big move to the upside that we've been waiting for. Yeah, definitely. We'll look at the FTSE and the Euro pound for you, no problem. But if you look at it on like the daily time frame, it's definitely a very odd pattern. I mean, if we had a nice break of structure, we had five waves down. It seems like this move down should be a correction to this move up. But it's definitely not acting like it. That's what it is. This move down is much more impulsive than this move up, which makes me think that it's going to keep going down and it's going to make a new low and it's going to potentially hit those lows on the higher time frames. I've been suggesting all week to look for shorts on this, so anybody that's been following along with my videos has definitely been looking for shorts, I bet. Nice little one, two, three pattern. Nice little one, two, three pattern. Yeah, that's definitely not a one, two, three pattern, but that's probably a running flat right there. That's a nice ABC right there. So there's been quite a few of chances to get short, definitely. At some point, I definitely think it's going to break structure and make a bigger correction, but At what point? It doesn't have to do it now. I mean, it could continue down, making lower highs, but at some point, I definitely would expect a bigger pullback for a bigger correction. It might even start it today. It seems like it should start it today, something like that. But sometimes when you get these big turns and like these unexpected turns where it looks like this move down should just be a correction to the uptrend, but it's actually not. Sometimes it just like falls right off a roof. It just goes and goes and goes. It doesn't make that many big pullbacks. So yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy move down. The Aussie has been very, very, very weak for sure. Yeah, the footsie. I don't have, like I said, I don't have a whole lot of analysis on these indices. I'll probably work on it a little bit this weekend. I actually have literally no labels at all on this, but I can definitely, I have been kind of watching it a little bit here and there, and I think that this is wave one, and this is, yeah, yeah, I think that's a wave one. This is a wave two, and then this is all a wave three. Kind of looks like we're in a wave five of three. Like this is the wave one, this is the wave two, this is the wave three, ABC of four, which is, by the way, almost a perfect ABC for the four, and then potentially back up for wave five. And then we might possibly get a bigger turn once it goes up and makes new highs. But boy, that was a beautiful end of a correction on the 4 hour time frame. I pointed this out this week to the group because of how nice it looked. That's a beautiful ABC crutch, a nice break of structure. Very, very, very nice for sure. I think it's gonna make a new high. I mean, it definitely seems like it's gonna make a new high. It seems like it's a wave five on the higher time phase, but wave fives can definitely be pretty volatile. Lots of up and down along the way. But I definitely think there's a very good chance it's going to be a wave five. Yeah. So let's see the Euro pound. Oh, that Euro pound. I almost went short on the Euro pound this afternoon. In hindsight, it probably would have been an okay trade, but that also kind of seems like it's ready for a pullback at some point. So this Euro pound, I mean, on my higher time frames, I'm very confident about my analysis. I think we are definitely in like a wave Z of a 33333 pattern, a WXYXZ pattern, which is a pretty rare pattern. But I think at this point it clearly needs to definitely needs to go down to the 50% in my opinion, which is gonna be still a pretty decent amount down. The 0.81 area is kind of my forecast overall. To be honest with you, I did think that this was going to be a more ABC correction, like this was going to be an ABC, and then I thought it would go down. I never did enter long because it never gave us a reason to go long. But I think what happened in hindsight is that this is like a running ABC right here because this is very impulsive. And then this is more one, two, three waves, even though it's a lower low. And then this is a five-wave uptrend. I think it's a running ABC. Lower low wave C, lower low wave B, and now the correction is over. And most likely it's going to go down and take out the previous lows, in my opinion, at this point. At least that's definitely what it looks like. But I would definitely want to get in on pullbacks. Like I said, I did almost go short this afternoon, but it was just up and down, up and down, up and down because of all the things going on today. Even though in hindsight, most of these dollar trades and other pairs have been making fairly decent entries, but with the Trump Zelensky issues going on today, I was like, you know what, it's a good day to go flat. It's Friday. There's a lot of drama going on, so I didn't end up going short on that. But in hindsight, it was probably a pretty decent short for sure, and I would definitely still be looking for shorts. I kind of hope it's going to go up again. Tell you the truth, I kind of hope that this is an A B, and I kind of hope that it goes up to a higher fib levels because then next week I can go short for a bigger, better trade. So I'm kind of hoping that this is what it does. But to be honest with you, it could just be an ABC correction, and now we're back into the downtrend. So we'll see how it plays out in the long run. Let's see what else we got. The U.S. dollar Swiss blew through your target. That could be a good thing, no? One thing I noticed about the dollar Swiss is that the weekly time frame I think has a perfect ABC correction. One wave down, one wave up, one wave down. Respected these Fibonacci levels perfectly, and now we're making an impulsive move up. I think the US dollar Swiss is back up. We're probably in like a one, two, three, four, five. We're probably in a wave five right now, which I think makes a lot of sense because I believe that the wave five is valid on the US dollar also. So I think overall we are back into an uptrend on the US dollar Swiss. Now technically we haven't broken structure to the upside as you can see. Definitely have not broken structure, but I think it's very clear that this is an ABC correction. Put that back on there. I definitely think it's pretty clear. It's just we kind of had a little bit of like a motor wave B, and then like a one, two, three, four, five of C. I think it is going to go up. I think it is going to break structure, and I think it's going to make at least a five-wave uptrend, probably up to this blue box right here, and maybe a little bit beyond. So that's definitely what I'm thinking on that for sure. US dollar Swiss, euro dollar, yeah. Whew. I think that euro dollar could be a wave five, so be careful. I think there's a good chance it could reverse and go up and break structure, but I personally won't be going long because that's extremely counter trend. So I'm definitely not going to be going long on that. If anybody hasn't done so already, definitely do make sure you join my free Discord trading community. It is 100% free to join. You do not ever have to pay a dime if you do not want to. So definitely check that out. We currently have 5,756 members. But definitely, if you join, don't be afraid to say your charts and interact with other people. I want to build a community that help each other out. I'm not going to be in the chats all day, obviously, updating people about the charts because I have my own trading and my own community to take care of, paying members. But I definitely want people to join. I want people to share the charts, help each other out. A friendly community of like-minded traders is definitely what we're going for with this community. I would like to get this to be a huge community, like 20, 30,000 people that are willing to help each other out, share trading ideas, share trading strategies. Pretty much everything goes. If you are interested in my joining my membership, it is fxcollector.com. It is only $30 a month. Extremely cheap. It comes with a trading course, which is about 34 videos, about 7.5 hours worth of content. So the trading course is free with the membership. With a $30 membership, you get a free trading course. You also get access to the members only chats, the members forecast that I do every single day, and the 4 times a week we do Zoom meetings. So 4 times a week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we do a 2-hour Zoom meeting at the New York Open, where we analyze the charts together, look for potential entries together, and that's where people ask more technical questions and why I try to, help people, train people, teach people. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're interested. But whether you're interested in my website or not, it doesn't matter. Definitely join my Discord channel because that, like I said, I want that to be a free community of like-minded traders. So, anyways, today's Friday. It's about 6:40 p.m. my time. So I'm gonna start my weekend here pretty shortly. I'm not gonna be trading anymore today, obviously. I'm flat right now, anyways, because of the Trump thing that's going on today. But yeah, I will be back on Monday. What do we actually have on Monday? We are going to be doing live streams just like we did this week. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we'll be doing a 1 hour live stream at 6 p.m. UK time or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do we have next week for news? Man, on Monday we got IMS manufacturing. That's a really big news event. That definitely can move the market. We got somebody from the Bank of Japan speaking. That can move the yen pairs for sure. We got GDP for the Aussie, and we got CPI inflation data for the Swiss. Both of those are big market moving potentially. And then we got the IMS manufacturing next week, and it's non-farm payroll next week. And we got interest rate for the euro next week. This week was actually very, very slow as far as scheduled news events. Next week is definitely not slow. We got a lot of things going on. We got non-farm payroll. That's a big one. The European interest rate is definitely a big one. CPI for the Swiss is a big one. IMS manufacturing is definitely a big one. IMS service PMI is definitely a big one. So there's going to be a lot of news. And plus, there's a lot going on in the world right now outside of the scheduled news. So definitely try to keep up with what's going on. I know for me personally, I really try not to get too deep into what's going on in the US with Trump and everything else because there's too much drama for me. But it affects the markets. Unfortunately, it really affects the markets. So we do have to try to pay attention somewhat to what's going on because Trump definitely affects the markets big time. So if he's talking, we need to be on our toes for sure. And just keep in mind that he's only been in office for a little over 1 month now. So we have about 4 years of this ahead of us. So definitely get used to it. It's going to be the new norm, I think, where the market moves like crazy out of the blue just because Trump is giving some sort of a speech or something. So, anyways, a 12% end of the week. Wow, that's amazing, Scott. Very nice. Yeah, man, we've had some really good traders in the chats and in the groups lately. It's awesome. I love to hear it. One of the guys in the group just passed in his first funded account this week. That was extremely exciting. That made my whole weekend, honestly, because I love hearing about successful traders. That's the type of stuff makes me extremely happy because trading is not the easiest thing in the world. So when I hear about other people being successful, it definitely makes me extremely happy for sure. I want everybody to be successful. It's us against the big institutions and the big hedge funds and the central banks. So the little retail traders like us, we need to team up and we need to gain up on the system and hopefully get some good trades along the way, right? So, anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Definitely check out my Discord channel. Definitely check out my website if you're interested. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading, everyone.